All right, trigger pullers, it's time to settle the age-old debate once and for all. It's time to find out which Magnum caliber reigns supreme, the .357 or the .44. From recoil that'll rock your wrist to stopping power that'll leave an impression, this is the ultimate showdown between the gentleman's carry and the sledgehammer of the revolver world. Lock and load, take out those like and subscribe buttons, and stay tuned because this one's sure to make your trigger finger itch. Okay, before we dive into this clash of titans, let's meet our first contender. In the left corner, born in 1934, forged by the mad genius Elmer Keith and the wizards at Smith & Wesson, it's the one, the only, .357 Magnum. This bad boy wasn't made for plinking soda cans. Oh no, it was built to punch through car doors and drop gangsters mid-getaway. And we mean that literally. See, back in Prohibition, criminals had Tommy guns, fast cars, and a bad attitude. Lawmen, on the other hand, they needed something that could shut all that down. And the .357 Magnum? Yeah, it understood the assignment. Fired from legends like the Colt Python, Smith & Wesson Model 686, and the no-nonsense Ruger Blackhawk, this round became the gold standard of stopping power. It was fast, flat, and loud enough to rattle your insides. Whether it's chambered in a lever action like the Henry Big Boy X or riding in the holster of a street cop, the .357 Magnum isn't just a cartridge, it's a declaration of power. And trust us, you don't want to be on the receiving end. Now, on the other side of the ring, in the right corner, we've got the 1955 underdog with everything to prove. We might have called it the little brother, but there's nothing little about what the .44 Magnum can do. Also pushed by Elmer Keith, this beast wasn't just a cartridge. It was the definition of the fear of God. Made famous by Dirty Harry's most powerful handgun in the world speech, it kicked like a mule and hit like a truck. Fired from iconic lever guns like the Marlin 1894, the Henry Big Boy, and even Rossi's slick repeaters, it brought big bore revolver muscle into the lever action world. The thing is fast, hard-hitting, and most importantly, cowboy-cool. Suddenly, you had a rifle that could cycle like silk, hit like a freight train, and still fit in a saddle scabbard. It wasn't just about nostalgia anymore. It was about packing Magnum muscle into a fast-firing, no-nonsense package. In the lever-action game, the .44 Mag didn't just show up. It kicked the saloon doors open and ordered 2 rounds. 2 Magnums, built for chaos, forged in American grit. One made cops safer, the other made moviegoers flinch. And trust me, when we put them side by side, your mind is definitely going to be blown. Let's jump right in. First up, recoil and shootability. Okay, let's be real. Everyone who has shot both of these calibers can agree that when it comes to recoil, the .357 Magnum is the gentleman of the Magnum family, especially in a lever-action rifle. I mean, this thing fires like it's got manners, like it's going to apologize for pushing back at you. You can basically shoot this caliber all day without hating yourself, or, at the very least, needing a shoulder massage afterward. In the most confusing manner, it's got just enough kick to feel powerful, but somehow not enough to make you flinch. And with an uncanny recoil like this, it's perfect for rapid follow-up shots, ringing steel at 100 yards, or maybe just blasting cans with cowboy swagger. And here's where things get crazy, because out of a rifle-length barrel, the .357 gets a serious performance boost. So serious, we're talking about velocities pushing 1,800 feet per second. That's enough to punch through a cinder block wall or smack a deer square in the chest at 100 yards and send it running like it just got blindsided by a freight train. In fact, in some hands, that's enough to bring down a black bear. Fast, flat, and friendly. this round in a lever gun is pure fun with a dash of utility. The 44 Magnum, on the other hand, yeah, that's a whole different beast. That's not for everyone. Anyone who's tried shooting this thing knows it's a full-body experience. Fire from a lever gun, and you're gonna feel it in your fillings. So, of course, it hits hard. We're talking 1,600 feet per second with 240 grain slugs that'll drop hogs, deer, or even elk if you place your shots right. It's so powerful that hunters love it for brushwork, an environment where shots are close and power matters. But make no mistake, this caliber is no friend of a plinker, because on this one, the recoil is real and the follow-ups are slower. But for those who like their shooting with a little pain and a lot of punch, the 44 Magnum is calling. So essentially, if you want all-day shootability, grab the 357. But if you want to feel like you're wrestling a bear every time you pull the trigger, say hello to the 44 and the boom. Okay, with that out of the way, let's talk dollars and cents, because unless you've got a secret gold mine somewhere, ammo cost matters a lot. See, when it comes to the 357 Magnum, you can at least, to an extent, rest easy when you're out pulling triggers and hitting targets. To put it simply, this should be what you're looking at if you don't want to throw all you have at buying ammo. It's the more budget-friendly brawler of the two. Not dirt cheap, but at least affordable enough that you can take your lever action out for regular range days without needing to refinance your house or get a mortgage or do something crazy like sell your granddad's 1894 Winchester rifle. And since lever guns eat both 357 and 38 Special, you've actually got options. Want soft recoil at a low cost? 38 Special's your buddy. Want full power? Load up to 357s. It's basically like getting two guns in one, making it economical and practical. You can shoot, train, hunt, repeat, and still have money left over for some beef jerky or sunflower seeds if you're feeling like a cowboy. The 44 Magnum, on the other hand, well, that's once again a whole different story. It's not just a bigger bang, it's a bigger bill. And your pockets, much like your shoulder and what you shot, will feel it. I mean, every shot is basically a mini investment. And if you're running full house 44 loads through your lever gun, yeah, trust us, your shoulder's not the only thing that'll be sore. Your wallet's gonna feel it too. To fire this thing, you might as well sell a kidney, because compared to the roar of that terrifying caliber, are 2 kidneys even necessary? Sure, you can dial it down with 44 Special, but even that's pricier than 38. So when it comes to price per bang, the 357 wins that war without breaking a sweat. It's the smart choice for high-volume shooters, budget-conscious hunters, or anyone who actually likes practicing without wincing at the checkout counter. So, if you're looking for lever-action fun without financial regret, the 357's your ride. If you're into expensive recoil therapy, the 44's waiting, with a smirk and a huge bill. Hunting and stopping power. Before we go on, we have to get one thing clear. When it comes to hunting with lever actions, the question isn't just what you're hunting, it's how much punishment you want to dish out. Sure, so far we've made the 357 Magnum seem like the less powerful option, but don't underestimate it, because for small to medium games, it absolutely gets the job done. Coyotes? Dropped. Hogs? No problem. Deer? Well, with a good shot placement and the right bullet, they go down clean. Out of a rifle barrel, the 357 picks up serious velocity. Enough to turn it from a pistol round into a legit medium game option. Don't be fooled by the modest recoil. This thing's got finesse, range, and just enough punch for most situations. But if you're heading into the thick woods and looking to take down a big boar, or let's say something that might charge instead of run, you should probably call in the 44 Magnum. This round wasn't built for good enough. It was built to stop threats dead. With this, your victims are literal bears, elk, heavy hogs. Basically, if it growls, charges, or outweighs you by a couple hundred pounds, the 44 is your insurance policy. It doesn't just stop targets, it shuts down with bone-crushing, muscle-ripping stopping power. So basically, for most hunting needs, the 357 will serve you well, especially if you pick your shots. But if the stakes are higher and the target might fight back, the 44 steps in like a wrecking ball with an attitude. Capacity and control. Okay, now let's talk capacity and control. Two things that can make or break your day with a lever-action rifle. First off, capacity. When it comes to capacity, the 357 Magnum wins here, hands down. And that's because, due to its smaller case size, you can stuff more rounds into the same tube magazine. Essentially, that might mean 9 or 10 rounds in a standard lever gun, which is a good improvement compared to the 6 or 7 for the 44. Now, this sounds like a small difference on paper, but wait until you're plinking, hunting hogs, or staring down multiple targets in a tense moment. It's a no-brainer. More lead in the tube means more chances to hit, follow up, and stay in the fight without reloading. Now, when we move on to control, we see a similar picture as the 357 got that too. When fired, it stays flatter, shoots softer, and tracks better for quick follow-up shots. With this, you can run the lever fast, stay on target, and keep groups tight. Get this, even under pressure. Among the two, the surgical option is for shooters who want precision with their power. The 44 Magnum, on the other hand, is practically a sledgehammer with extra oomph. When you need one big hit to stop the show, it delivers, but it's harder to manage at speed. I mean, for one, the recoil kicks harder, the muzzle jumps more, and those fast double taps? They'd better be deliberate, because with this one, it's brute force over finesse. So if you like speed, control, and more rounds on tap, the 357's your go-to. But if you're into big hits and bold statements, the 44's waiting with a grin, a bruising, and a big bang so tough you might as well be the king of the jungle. Range and accuracy. Now let's look at range and accuracy, because not all lever action shots are at belly scratch distance, and that means a lot if you're trying to get dinner. When you're shooting at 100 yards, both the 357 Magnum and 44 Magnum are solid. So you can expect tight groups, clean shots, and more than enough juice to get the job done. But stretch that out past the football field mark and, well, the result changes. See, the 357's got the edge in trajectory. It shoots flatter, especially when fired from a rifle-length barrel. Essentially, that means less holdover, less guesswork, and more hits on target. So, for small to medium game or precise shots at a distance, this caliber is your trusty laser beam. Fast, light, and surprisingly accurate. Now, the 44, on the other hand, is a different game. Surprisingly with this, you'll get more drop at range, and it's not as forgiving if your dope's off. Essentially, when you're shooting this round, you better know your distances and aim right. Because if you're even a little off, that slow-moving slug is going to dip way before that target. But here's the thing. When it does land, it lands hard. The 44 carries serious energy downrange. It doesn't just hit, it wrecks. Even at 150 yards, it'll punch through like a wrecking ball in slow motion. You might not hit as often, but you'll only ever need one shot. So really, it comes down to your style. Do you want consistent hits with manageable recoil? Go 357. Want to bet it all on one massive thump? The 44 is locked and loaded. Okay, so let's settle this showdown once and for all. What caliber is best for you? Well, if you're a new shooter, a ranch hand looking for utility, or just want to have a blast at the range without flinching every shot, then the 357 Magnum lever gun is your guy. It's lighter on the shoulder, easier on the wallet, and way more forgiving when you're still getting your rhythm down. Plus, the 38 Special option makes it the ultimate training partner. But if you're a seasoned shooter, a serious hunter, or someone who needs to stop a charging hog, bear, or the occasional runaway apocalypse, the 44 Magnum's your beast. It hits harder, drops bigger game, and brings a level of power that demands respect and maybe a shoulder massage afterward. Bottom line, both are legends, both are deadly, but they're built for different battles. The 357 is your agile fighter, quick, precise, and versatile. The 44, that's the heavyweight, brutal, bold, and unforgiving. So in the end, it's up to you. Pick your game, choose your hammer, and go out and do your thing. So what do you think? Who wins your showdown? Team 357 or Team 44? Drop your picks in the comments. Let's settle this Magnum rivalry once and for all. And hey, if you want us to take these bad boys to the field against ballistic gel, watermelons, or maybe even car doors, let us know. We'll be happy to bring the chaos to life. Until then, if you're ready for more high-octane showdowns, firearms fun, and a whole lot of firepower, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell, because we're just getting started. And remember, whether you're going with the finesse of the 357 or the brute force of the 44, keep those levers hot and your aim tighter than a 44 group at 100 yards. Catch you in the next one.